Let's check in with the management now of Asian Granito India. Himanshu Shah, the president of the company, of finance in particular, joining us here on Markets at Noon. Before we go any further, the reason we're getting them is because of the earnings. So let's just take you through the Asian Granito earnings that had been announced. And a quick reminder, here it is. Net sales are up 17% year on year, coming at 391.6 crore rupees. Margins, however, are lower. They've fallen to 9.3% as against 10.4%. Meanwhile, the bottom line has grown 8%. So let's make a sense of these numbers and, more importantly, get you the road ahead. What can you expect from the company in the new financial year? Mr. Shah, always a pleasure chatting with you. Tell us, why is it your margins have, contracted, whereas, clearly your revenues and your profit after tax have expanded?
Yeah, particularly in this Q4, this financial year, we have done a 29% is the volume growth on YOY basis, and on the revenue side is a 18% growth that we have done. So because of this huge volume that we are able to achieve, after this particularly this GST impact and 18% reductions in the GST rates, we are more benefited in this achieving the good volume growth with the revenue growth. So particularly while eliminating this excise element also on YOY basis of the previous low, actually we have achieved this revenue growth of around 23%. So there is a 5 to 6% is a price correction. And because of this high volume, we are able to cut down the fixed overhead cost and able to achieve the good margins at the bottom line in the PAT level also.
Okay, so that is the reason for that. But tell us what it is that we can expect from you in the new financial year. Are you giving us any kind of a guidance? What is the business outlook look?
Yeah, definitely. See, market is under still, I would say it's under the pressure as far as pricing is concerned. Volume is of course there. So it is more of a volume game. And if this unorganized market, particularly in the Morbi sectors, so if they will implement these e-way systems will rightly will work out. So definitely there will be a price correction will arise. But there is no such sign of any price correction or any such trend right now in the market. But we are expecting the market will further improve as far as pricing is concerned. And if the same volume growth that we will be able to achieve, as we are also more aggressive in the branding and all the levels, the retail segments by increasing showrooms. So because of that, we are expecting the minimum double-digit growth that we will achieve. Well, what exactly the range will be that I cannot right now. I will just clarify. But we are confident that the same this double-digit we will able to achieve with certain price correction in the coming months in this financial year.
Right. What is the sense that you get in terms of volumes picking up ahead with the sort of competition that's coming from the global markets? What is the sense that you get around volume pickup going ahead?
Yeah, I just give you the highlights of the 15 to 20% is volume growth that we are expecting to be maintained in the current financial year also with certain price corrections if the market is permits. So I hopeful that the market will also go in that directions because of this unorganized now will find it very difficult to do the business in this e-way bill system that has been implemented for 1st April 2018. So I think so that volume rate that we are just giving the range of 15 to 20%, definitely we can maintain in this financial year also.
Right. Just in terms of higher commodity prices, is that having an impact on the margins? Will that continue to have an impact because most commodities across the globe have seen an increase?
Yeah, definitely, because there are certain commodity prices that are almost at a floor level and which is a very low level that so there is hardly any scope of any reduction now that. And particularly in the glazed vitrified segments, the pricing are constantly correcting on the downward side. So almost at a very low level now. So hardly we see because of this e-way bill system introduced and all these factors coming into effect. There is hardly any scope of now further reductions as it was earlier done in the last financial year. And that's why we are hoping that it will be stabilized or rightly a scope for further improvement in the pricing correction.
Mr. Shah, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us here on ET Now and decoding the results for the Q4 and also what your shareholders can expect from the new fiscal. Thanks once again.